Hello, this is Brian Hegney, instructor of game design at High Point University. We have just set up a teleport system that teleports the door, but it's really not good enough. And so what we're going to talk about now is how to avoid an endless loop, and a little bit more about how to understand what actually is colliding with what. So let's come here. I'm going to show you what caused this endless loop that I was telling you about. So we can teleport this upward. And you don't need to select this teleport. This just means that it's going to jump through things and not touch things. But if we actually want to sweep through and like know what our door touches as it moves through to its new location, we can actually enable that. But these two things don't matter for us now. I'm not going to print the string here. I'm going to say on component end overlap collision, I'm actually going to select the door and set relative location. Hit Control C, Control V to copy and paste that, because we can do that within Blueprints. Thank you, Epic Games. And I'm going to set this back to the original location, which was 00200. Okay. Now that seems easy enough. That seems like it should work. Compile that, save it. The problem is this is going to crash the system. And so before you hit play, go ahead and say save all. And it's going to save all, whatever it is. We're going to save selected. And so I'm going to click play. And go ahead and if you have anything open on your computer, go ahead and save it before you do this. I'm pretty sure Unreal Engine will not allow your computer to crash, but just in case, save everything and just prepare thyself. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to walk in. It should raise the door up, and then when I leave the collision box, it should set it down. Oh, but it didn't. It crashed it. Okay, so what is the problem? It says, hey, play an editor, blah, blah, blah. Infinite loop detected in blueprint bhdoor underscore BP for the function set relative location. So let's actually click on that. Now, why is this doing that? What is the infinite loop that's happening? Okay. For you programmers out there, maybe you know. And for me last night, I was like, oh my god, why is this happening? I don't even know. I tried so many little tricks to go in here to stop the infinite loop, and nothing I did worked. And then I remembered this morning the problem. And the problem is, what? This function is checking for anything overlapping the collision box. This function is checking for anything ending the overlap. So when we go into our box, remember what happens? Our door raises up. And in doing so, it ends its own overlapping of the collision box. And so in our function, we told it to, when anything leaves the collision box, to set the door down here. Well, guess what? When it does that, it now enters the collision box. And so when it does that, it's supposed to do this. So what the game did was it created this infinite loop of this door going up and down, up and down, up and down. And that's what was happening. So what we're going to do right now in this video is just learn a little trick to add to our toolbox, tool belt, to figure out what's going on. Okay, so what I want to do is say, I always forget this, so I'm going to show you this tool I have. How do I solve this? I'm going to print string for this other actor, right? So, okay, just to tell you what I'm doing. I want to know actually what the name of, okay, on component begin overlap, it's going to take, well, what is the overlapped component and what is the other actor, what is the other component, body, and all of this stuff it's calculating. Well, I want to remember what the name of my player character is, because I only want to do this if it's my player character. And one way I will do that is I'm going to say, hey, if the name of the overlapping actor is, or the other actor is myself, then that's what I'm going to do this. Okay, so, and the first thing I'm going to do is print that string, and I'm not going to execute anymore. I'm not going to say set the relative location of the door. I'm actually going to stop this one too, just so that I don't introduce anything. And in order to get rid of that line, you hold down Alt and click on any of the little execute things. So I can Alt click here. It's going to delete that line. Okay, the only thing that's going to execute is this. When I begin overlap, it's going to print the name of the other actor. Compile that, save it. And I think that's going to be my player character. Let's see. First person character. First person character. Okay. So that's what I get. Now, what I'm going to do here is say the only way, you know what I'm also going to do is print, just for funsies, I'm going to print the name of the overlapped component, get display name, just so you can see what the overlapped, I think it's going to say probably door, right? It's going to say first person player and then door. Oh, BH door BP to collision. Oh, right, because it's the collision. That's the collision box. Okay, right. That's fun. Okay, delete that. I'm just going to go ahead and keep this here. And I'm going to say the only way that I'm going to set the relative location of this door upward is if the name of the overlapped, of the other actor has the word first player character. And just to make sure that it's any character, like if any of my AI want to go through here, I'm actually going to say I'm going to say, hey, does the string of the display name contain the word character? Okay, in order to do that, I'm going to drag the return value of the display name of the other actor, and I'm going to type in the words contain. And when you do that, you say, hey, does the array contain something? Does the map contain? Does the string contain? And you'll remember what a string is from previous videos. And I'm just going to look for the word character. I'm not going to use case, and I'm not going to search from the end. I'm just going to say character and that return value. And so what this should do is it's going to say, hey, is it true? Does the other actor's display name contain the substring character? If that's true, I'm going to set the relative location of the door. Compile that, save it. Yes, let's go ahead and save that. And if we do that, yes, there it does it. Now, we didn't do anything here. Now, the other thing I want to do is make sure that when it leaves, whoops, when we leave that collision box, it does the same thing, okay? And so we still need a branch for here, because this was where it started doing the infinite loop. Let's go ahead and do branch. And for the condition, the cool thing about these visual scripting is I don't have to rewrite this stuff. I can just take this value here and plug it into this branch. And so this is doing all of the... Oh, no, I can't. I can't. Nope. Sorry, I'm wrong. Because they're two different events. So I'm actually going to still need to grab this other actor from the end overlap, get display name, and grab the return value, which is a string, and I'm going to say contain. Does it contain the string character? Character. And if that is true, then you're going to move that door back down. Okay, so let me zoom in here just so you can see that a little bit better. The other thing I might do is make this a little bit prettier here. There. I'll set this here. There we go. It's a little prettier, and now I can look at it a little better. And the other thing I can do is select all of these, tap the C key to type in a comment, and my comment is going to be door close. And this is fairly similar to commenting up your code. This is commenting up our visual scripting. And the nice thing about comments in Unreal Engine is if I want to move this entire block of scripting, I can just grab the top of this comment. As I zoom out, the text actually increases, so I can always find my functions whenever I want to. Okay. So I'm going to compile that and save it. Come here, push play, come through here. There it is, and when I leave, it should drop it down. Yay. Nothing nothing crashes, and every single one of these is going to react in the same way. There. So there's our code for making a door teleport and making it come back to normal, or a normal place. In the next video, we are going to learn how to make that actually animate a little better, and we're going to get into storing better data, because what if I want the, let's see, is there, yeah, there's a reason. Better data. I'm tired. Are you guys tired? Okay. The last thing I'm going to do, though, is because I really am annoyed by this print string, I don't need this print string anymore, so I'm just going to delete that and just go right to the branch. And I'm going to pretty this up. You don't need to watch me prettify my code, but just know that I'm going to be doing it. Actually, you know what? That's not so bad. And just note, in Unreal Engine, some best practices are having these lines be as straight as possible and not crossing any of these wires if you can. And I'm going to go ahead, select these, tap C, and type door open. There we go. I'm going to compile, save that. I am going to close this, hit save all, save the map, and it's going to save all. And I will see you in the next video when we animate the door.